Hello, this is Alondra.
Hi, this is Christina.
And this is Unleashing the Best You. On today's channel, we're talking about how to have a healthy relationship. Healthy relationship with your spouse, healthy relationship with your friends, healthy relationship with your significant other, like boyfriend, girlfriend, healthy relationship with your mom, dad, sister, brother, and allowing yourself to really enjoy the relationship rather than dread them. Rather than, you see them at the supermarket, you're like, oh, I see this person, I'm gonna just hide out. Because some people can bring out that negative relationship or negative trait that's almost holding you back instead of catapulting you forward to the next level. And allowing yourself to be in a healthy relationship also affects those around you. Because if you're in a negative relationship, you're just going to attract negativity, you're going to be in negativity, you're not going to be able to think properly, you're not going to be able to, your body almost like starts deteriorating, and then you become depressed, and you become almost like in a hermit situation where you like try to hermit yourself instead of like going out, enjoying this beautiful creation that good Creator has made for us. It's just like so beautiful, and really taking hold of what a relationship should be in today's age of 2022 and the generations to come, so you can be that example for the generations to come. Like for example, Christina and I love our friendship because we're able to understand when one of us, I don't always agree with Christina, she doesn't always agree with me, and that's okay, but we're able to say that instead of holding it in. And now our friendship is gone. Now she's mad at me for, I forgot to pay her back $25 or whatever the situation may be. We don't allow it to get to that certain extent. We don't allow our anger to build up where later just a minimal $25 will explode our relationship. We don't allow that at all. And we want you to also take steps of having a healthy relationship with your partner. With my significant other, what we like to do once a week, we do have a topics of discussion. Like, for example, we call it our list, and the list is consisted of 2 likes that we like about that person and 1 dislike that we didn't like in that week. And again, it is a weekly task, but that's how you're able to grow in a relationship. That's how you're able to advance forward. Because if I don't like something from my significant other and I let that go, it's just gonna build up, and as soon as he does something small, or as soon as I do something small, then that bubble is gonna burst, and then our relationship is gonna be affected, and it's just not gonna be the same anymore, because then you start compromising. Things are said that weren't supposed to be said, that I'm not supposed to do. You're not supposed to talk to one another in a negative way. Like in today's society, it's so common to use, the B word this, the B word that, and subconsciously I'm programming Christina to accept that B word, and she's almost identifying herself with the B word or whatever word it is that I would never call you that. But you're programming your significant other, your spouse, your kids to really say those things that are negative. You don't want that, because it keeps on going as generational, and you keep on attracting those kinds of people in your life where they bash on you, you let it go, and you think it's okay. If someone bashes on me, I need to stop them right then and there, say, hey, that's not the type of relationship I offer to you, so please don't talk to me that way, in that sort of manner. And then we can either decide to, end it right there, or, keep forward and never have those types of negative talks to one another. Because the power of your tongue is absolutely extremely powerful. The way you think is absolutely extremely powerful, and understanding that and having that boundary as well will have you a healthy relationship, whether that be again with your spouse, your kids, your friends. And it's so detrimental to really understand this, and it's not something that it's effective right away, but if you're willing and you're able to really be with that person or whoever your significant other is, or wherever you need improvement, then you'll really take time and do this. I will share a situation with Christina and I. We did it's called America Says, which is a game show, and it's just so fun, you know, to be on television and be in a game show. But you know what was the first thing that I said to Christina? I was like, there's gonna be money involved. I want you to divide, because there was 4 ladies that we were doing the game show with. I want you to divide the money equally. You will get the bigger half because of X, Y, and Z. And she was able to communicate that effectively throughout the chat, and everybody knew that beforehand. Instead of losing her for, you know, a couple $1,000s, that to me, her friendship is more valuable than a couple $1,000s or $1 million or anything like that. But really understanding to be open at the beginning. Like, why wait until the money is dispersed and then it's like, well, why did I only get, you know, 3,000? Why did you get 10,000 and I only got 3? That doesn't make sense. It's laying that foundation first. It's telling Christina, whoever it is, that Christina's gonna get the bigger half because X, Y, and Z. She did the most work. She did this. She aligned all the producers, all the directors were aligned because of her. So she deserves the bigger half. And that's how we're able to really establish a healthy relationship. And yeah.
Yes, I really love my relationship with her. She's like a best friend and sister to me.
Oh.
It's very rare and one of a kind. I don't know if you know this nowadays, to just have a healthy, functioning relationship, because you know, we can all come from dysfunctional families or relationships, and we see dysfunction all the time. It's so nice and refreshing to just have a healthy relationship, because just like our whole channel, Unleashing the Best You, if you're the healthiest version of yourself, you're going to be able to give that to others, and you're going to attract that too. Because if you're in an unhealthy place, which is nothing wrong, because we all go into unhealthy places, it's just opening the door up. So we just want to challenge you, to encourage you to be the best version and potential of yourself, so you can give that out to others. Because with our channel too, there's no expectations on us. So what she talked about was so brilliant with the game show, because there's an expectation. Every person has an expectation on another person. Whether you know it or not, subconsciously or consciously, you're always expecting, I'm expecting you to be a best friend. I'm expecting you to be the mom you're supposed to be. I'm expecting you to be the husband you're supposed to be. I'm expecting you to be the boss or the children. There's too much expectation. So if you just take all that expectation, you will feel more free and you will have more freer relationships.
Yes.
Because what she did was brilliant, because it's almost like you're doing conflict resolution and damage control before it actually gets worse and worse. So she knew that finances could be a determinant of like conflict between relationships. People get divorced that way, people break up that way, people have all these kind of fights because of money. People start getting greedy. So she already knew ahead of time that all of us have the same expectation, so we're not getting disappointed, or we're not hurting or betraying each other just because of money. Who wants to put objects over human beings? Your life as a human being is more valuable than this world, than money, than any other material. You're more valuable. And we just want you to have healthy relationships where you can feel valued, so you know that you're valued. And then when you're having a relationship with anyone, whether it's your family, your children, your coworkers, your business partner, your spouse, your significant other, your friends, you can value them too, because you see that you're valued. So you guys can have healthy and functioning relationships, because communication is very key. No matter if you're a guy or a female, your communication is key. Guys hear things and filter things way differently than girls filter things, so you have to keep that in mind. Women filter things more through feelings and love and affection, whereas guys are more logical. They don't really feel words, but they think it through logically, and then they go by honor and respect. That's why they go into war. They will die for honor. They need honor and respect, because that's just how God created us, female and male. So basically, how you talk to every person, you have to keep that in mind too. When you talk to another male, whether it's your father, whether it's your partner, whether it's your brother, cousin, friend, your business partner, you have to talk to him in a sense of honor, how he receives honor. So then you guys can communicate effectively. And then when you're talking to women, you should be talking to them, you know, with a sense of love and affection, not where you guys are both bashing each other. Because usually with relationships, and the reason why people get into arguments and start hating each other, and then they just separate, because how can
over a small little
over a
thing.
small
Like
little
a small
thing,
it's
and
like it's over. It's
how
like,
can
what?
you be in love with someone and then all of a sudden 10 years later you hate the person? That happens through small little things throughout time, not keeping up with your internal wellness, your thoughts, and putting too much expectation on the other person. So usually with a couple fights, you'll have a female and then a male. They're sitting at a dinner table. The female is hearing thoughts like, oh, he hates you. And then the guy is hearing thoughts like, you know, she doesn't respect you anymore. She cares more about the waiter. That's the guy.
Oh,
and then
no.
and then those thoughts, people don't really think about their thoughts. They just think that's them. And then they start getting into a fight or argument. And then the reason why people lash out and fight and get angry is because the fear of getting hurt, the fear of not being understood. And that's why people are getting into arguments, because the male and the female, they're thinking, or the male, female, they're thinking, you don't love me, you don't respect me, you don't understand me, you don't know what I'm going through. And that's why all that stuff, all that hurt and pain is just coming out.
wow,
And so
yeah.
it's good to just communicate, especially effectively in a way that's just peaceful, where you guys can both understand, instead of having self-destructive habits where you're passive aggressive, you don't want to talk to anyone, you shut people out.
Yeah.
You just want to be real with yourself and say, hey, I need help. I need to be the best version of myself, get that greatness and destiny and potential.
Yeah.
I'm actually a loving, kind person. I need to be that person so I could be that for someone else. And then you can do that. Thank you. See how good-
Yeah, you can do that for
She's a good friend to me.
Yeah, you can do
I
that
like
for your
coffee.
friends, for your family. And our wish for you,
I'm gonna cut this out.
if our wish for you is that you experience a healthy relationship and just be in a loving, nurturing, just so powerful to be in a relationship that way. And sometimes, yes, we will tell you have to cut people off, and you will have to in the future. But if you're able to take steps now to understanding, you'll be in the best healthy relationship even now in the 21st century.
Yes, and then you guys, even though you guys go through challenges and hurdles, you guys will become stronger and stronger when you can work through them together. And it's good to grow with someone, because then you guys can grow and see each other as a person and just never continue to give up. Because a long-lasting relationship is the best kind of relationship to
Yes.
have.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
This is Alondra.
And Christina.
This is Unleashing the Best You.